All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about water memory and everything related to that. This topic is has been beaten to death. It always comes up when we're talking about homeopathy and also in the New Age movement and the conspiracy movement. It's also like a cliche, water has memory, so it's I think it's really good to talk about this, um to clear up some of the misunderstandings, you know so as expected, Wikipedia says that water doesn't have memory. So that's like the mainstream science position, of course. What else would they say, right? Water memory is the purported ability of water to retain memories of substances previously dissolved in it, even after an arbitrary number of serial dilutions. It has been claimed to be a mechanism by which homeopathic remedies work. Water memory is a pseudoscientific in nature. It contradicts the scientific understanding of physical chemistry and is generally not accepted by the scientific community. In 1988, Jacques Benveniste and colleagues published a study supporting a water memory effect amid controversy in Nature. So back in those days, even mainstream science was interested in homeopathy and the memory of water. Even Nature was kind of looking at it, and it was a very different time because nowadays there is a complete and comprehensive control of the materialistic philosophy and the allopathic philosophy over all of science, all of medicine. And yeah, we're living in a very in very bad times. So let's see this. No one has ever reproduced Benveniste's results under controlled conditions. So the if you know anything about this, Benveniste used bacteria and gave bacteria homeopathic remedies, and was claimed to have produced structural changes. Yeah, and the point here is that water does have memory, but the Benveniste experiment was wrong. Okay, so Benveniste was trying to create structural changes um, in um, in bacteria, but homeopathy doesn't really do that, right? Homeopathy creates functional changes usually. And also, Benveniste didn't take into consideration the basic law of homeopathy, which is that homeopathic remedies produce the opposite effect, opposite of the pharmacological effect. So he wanted to pharmacologically affect bacteria and was expecting results like that. And homeopathy does the opposite, right? So you give coffee to someone and that cures your insomnia. And so the whole thing was wrong. And well, the skeptics, the mainstream science fanatics are actually right in that experiment was not a good experiment. And despite this, homeopathy does work, so water does have memory. That's the basis of homeopathic remedies, basically. So you can take homeopathic remedies and they will have a very significant physiological effect on you, despite it not having any physical substance in them. So, of course, that is the basis of homeopathy that we dilute substances beyond the Avogadro number and it still has physiological effects. And that means, of course, that water does have memory. We do not have a scientific explanation for this. It's energy or something like that. But it does work. So water does have memory. I'm not saying water doesn't have memory. But that's it for the Benveniste study. And people like to claim water has memory, and it does. But there's people like Masaru Emoto who says water responds to thoughts, positive thoughts, and negative thoughts. And also, there's the rice experiment, which says that if you say nice things to a bowl of rice, it's not going to get moldy. And if you yell at it, it's going to get really moldy. And that's because of the water reacting in it. And so I don't rule these out. Okay. I don't rule these out as being real things. But that is going beyond homeopathy. But I am not a fanatical skeptic. I don't rule out these as being real. But if you want to talk about homeopathy, don't inject new age stuff, whatever, some of this wild stuff. Don't inject it into it. Just keep homeopathy pure. Just stay with the basic principles, and then well, you might ask why, right? It's because homeopathy is a 200-year-old science, and it was developed by the greatest minds of humanity in the golden age of humanity. So we need to preserve that. We just, it's a science with principles and laws, and you can't just take a science which is empirical, which is law based, and just say that, oh, and from now on we do whatever we want. So we don't do that. Um, and so what I am against is paper-based remedies. If I don't know if some of you might have heard about these. Some homeopaths actually push the idea that you can write names of remedies on paper and then put a glass of water on it, and then it's going to have the vibration of the remedy, which is utter nonsense, I think. So, you know, like for example, realmedicineclinic.com says paper remedy. Write the remedy name and potency on a piece of paper exactly it is written above, as it is written above. Fold and carry in a pocket on your person. That gives you a constant exposure to the remedy. Okay, so I think that's insane, and you should not be pushing that. You know, if you just think about it logically, you can send a vibration. Of course, your thoughts might have a vibration, and you might be able to send that into water. So you're creating a vibration which is real. You have positive energy, which is real or negative. But what is creating the vibration, the specific vibration of a substance? Let's say, I don't know, phosphorus, right? You want to create the vibration of phosphorus. What is creating that if you only have paper and ink? What is putting that into the water, right? How does maybe you're going to say it's your intention, but how does your intention specifically control the vibration to that extent that it's creating that specific vibration? It just doesn't make sense at all, guys. So I think you should stay away from stuff like this. It's complete lunacy. So just don't. Never go full retard, right? And Yeah, but otherwise, water has memory, and homeopathy does work. So that's it for today, and please like and subscribe. And if you would like to receive homeopathic treatment from me, do not be afraid to get in touch. I have all my contact details in the channel description.